Eric Previn, items 7, items 10, items 11, and public comment. Mr. Previn, if you wish to speak, please come forward, sir.
Yes, it is Eric Previn, and sir, here I'm submitting item 17 for the special meeting card that you have not called yet, but thank you. Okay, so item 7 is a $17,000 sort of supplemental funding moment from the general manager of the Housing and Community Investment Department. And the purpose of it is what caught my attention. This one, when you sort of scroll through what looks like a lot of language for a general disbursement of about $17,000, as I said, in 2016 CSBG, that's different than CBGB. Those are Community Services and Development Funds. Wait, no, sorry. In any case, sir, this money, state money, is going to be used for capacity building and travel. And that was my kind of like, travel? How is it we're doing a lot of traveling on this project? Is this just the costs of getting people up to the state to have meetings about the various problems that we're dealing with? I was not clear about that. It is a small amount of money. Item number 10, sir, I think it was Walsh who mentioned is the legal case. And I was very pleased and encouraged to see the sum of $1.9 million earmarked. Some of the money is coming from the liability fund. Some of it's coming from, I believe, DOT. This is regarding a terrible car crash, I guess, or something like that. It was not. You don't give any information about what actually happened. But we're moving some of the funds around to pay off this $1.9 million settlement. And, sir, I wrote an article in CityWatchLA.com this week about closed sessions because I feel that the way we deal with our legal exposure would be more effective if it was done out in the open in front of the public, because the policy decisions about how we address curbs and sidewalks, you'll remember Mr. Kretz, the Willits case, or affordable housing and affordable disability, ADA compliant housing in public, those are policy decisions that have resulted in enormous legal payouts, and those discussions, in my view, should be happening in front of the public, not in a back room where the elected officials who are timing the disclosures, and there are very few disclosures. In fact, I will be very specific. There's one disclosure on all of these cases. It's at the very end, and it's done by one of the seated members of this body who stands up and says, generally, we're going to go into a closed session now, but we don't have to if everybody agrees in advance. And then everybody agrees in advance, and then the clerk reads the $1.9 million into the record, and then you all vote. And there's no comments from the public. The public just simply gags and falls down and goes, I can't believe it, another one. So when we're dealing with issues like retaliation and harassment and negligence about the way we keep our city safe for the various residents that Cedillo is variously praising and, connecting to, we should bring the public into these discussions, and we should do so forthwith. And it's your choice to decide whether or not you want to invoke any kind of an attorney-client privilege. And quite frankly, it's yours to waive. You don't have to do that. And on October 6th, the California Supreme Court will be hearing a case that the ACLU Foundation of Southern California and Eric Previn brought against the County Board of Supervisors. Went back and forth. We won, we lost, we won. Now it's at the California Supreme Court that addresses some of those issues about government sharing its information so that we can fix these egregious problems that continue. Unfettered, they just don't get better, and then the politicians say, boy, I wish I could have done something, but I wasn't here back in the 90s. And that's what they're going to say about this group. But this group is trying to step forward, so step all the way forward, honor the public comment appropriately, let the public participate in these meetings, and bring the information in front of them so that they can help you with the appropriate policy decisions, which is to fix affordable housing so that it's compliant before it becomes a $225 million lawsuit or a $1.3 billion lawsuit like with Willits. Thank you. There's my card.
Thank you. And Tony.